Hey guys, how are you? So I'm basically trying to encourage small business to maintain business and grow business even in this difficult situation. And a couple of ideas we have for restaurants is not only restaurants but other businesses, other small businesses as well, is signage. Look, in this time of difficulty, you gotta let people know that you are in business. And right now, what I'm doing is I'm with Patrick King, who's the owner of Signarama. And he's basically a sign shop making signs for businesses. And I thought I'd discuss both his own business and the issue of signage and how small businesses and in particular restaurants can promote themselves in this difficult period. Patrick, how are you?
I'm doing well. How about you?
Good, brother. Listen, so tell me, how's life treating you? How's business?
It's going well. I think a lot of people are realizing what you just mentioned, and they're coming into us, calling us up first saying, are you open and can I get a sign to let others know I am?
Right. So tell me a little bit more about your business. You basically set this up how long ago, and how did you get involved, and what's going on?
Been here for about 30 years. I've owned it for over the past year, but what I like about it is basically I'm dealing with all types of different business owners, usually with the owners themselves, and just helping them promote their own business.
Yeah. And were you always in signs, or was that wasn't your field? You just
started out in advertising out of college, and I've done a lot of things in between.
Okay, excellent. And this has been fun for you, small business?
Absolutely.
All right. So tell me your experiences of this COVID-19 pandemic. How are you feeling personally?
Well, personally, I think I'm feeling fine. I mean, I think the governments are doing the right thing to try to get businesses to keep people spaced apart and not going to group gatherings and so forth. But a lot of small businesses like myself need to stay in business, and you can't do that if you're shut down for a month. So when I first started seeing it was we were getting doctors' offices coming in here, wanting to put signs out front, directing people in their parking lot where to go if they thought they had it to try to stay away from the general population. And then it started going to a few restaurants saying, hey, we may not be able to serve dining inside, but we can still deliver. Just give us a call, go to Grubhub, do the different delivery services and putting their numbers on there as well. So they were working with their local deliveries to notify the people that show up at their door, hey, you can still get food from us.
Yeah. So let's talk about that. What are your different ideas? What do you recommend for small business to promote themselves in this difficult period through signage?
A couple things they could do is, one, we can do cut vinyl letters, which they can actually put in the windows, just giving them directions. They could put it near their store hours and just put a little blurb about what's changed, how to still order business. Or another option is to put what we call an A-frame, which is a plastic piece that folds out and more like a triangle. It's two-sided. You could put a little blurb on there. Here's an example of the frame itself.
So this is like an A-frame?
Yes.
So you basically are able to put signage. I think that's an excellent idea for particularly restaurants.
Yep.
So I think A-frames, are very good kind of tools, because what I'm seeing is a lot of restaurants are open, but no one actually knows they're open, and they do curbside, but they don't know that they do curbside. People don't know they do curbside. So do you have any ideas of what they should be putting on their A-frames and, typical costs? And
the typical cost would be somewhere between $75 to $150 to do an A-frame that's either 24 by 24 or 24 by 36. Typically for some of the restaurants we've done already is even just putting a menu right out front so people can look and see what they're order. And then possibly listing phone numbers either for them to call right there to the restaurant for them to pick it up, or to give a couple of delivery services phone numbers and say, please order through them.
Yeah, and what I've seen that's been quite effective, I think even, one is not enough. I think probably two or three is the kind of attraction where there's presence through the signage where people want to, what's going on there, right?
Yeah, and they could even really, in a lot of these cases, another option might be what we call lawn signs, and you see them during the political time frame, where they're in those little wire stakes, and they're just a plastic 18 by 24. You could put something on there and put it out by the street, so it may not even be coming into where your restaurant is.
Yeah.
Knows that you are open for takeout.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. So tell me, how long do you think this situation is going to last. Let's talk about
Probably, I would suggest right now, from what I've heard from the local state government or Wake County, is probably at least 3 weeks. And so that way, if you can get some signage out in the next 48 hours, letting people know during these next 2 to 3 weeks, we're still open, still available, we'd love to serve you food, and just give them that knowledge when they drive by and see the sign, especially if you're already in a high traffic area. The signs are going to sell your business.
Yeah. So you really think it's only going to be about 3 weeks and then everything's back to business as usual?
I'm hoping so, because hopefully by that time we'll really know how many people are truly infected here within the state or within Wake County in particular.
Okay. So do you have any other points or any other advice that you want to kind of extend from your own experience?
The only other thing I would suggest is that if you've got websites, update them as well. Let people know that you are still open. But again, you may have people that are at home watching Netflix instead of checking emails or checking the web. But if you've got a sign out in front of your business telling them you're open and you're serving food, that's all they need to know.
Right. And how can the community help you, Patrick?
I think if they can help me in any way, it's just like, give me a call and let's see if we can't make some type of sign that would work for your purposes. If you want to do, like I said, even some cut graphics that are typically in most restaurants right now already to show the hours.
Yeah.
We can just put something up there, and if it's for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, we can come back and scrape it off after the whole episode has passed.
Okay. And is there an email, a website, something like that you can
The
get?
easiest email to reach us is signs, S-I-G-N-S, @signsraleigh.com.
Okay, perfect. Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you.
Good talking with you as well.
And we'll try and see what's going on and maybe follow up and have another chat. If you get any ideas, you're free. Feel free to give me a call, and we can try and set up more conversations.
Sounds good.
Take care, brother.
You too.